Let's now cross to the African Union Heads of State and Government Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Excellency Ahmed Abdullah Gate, Secretary General of the League of Arab States, our friends and special invited guests, Dr. Tedros, Gianni Infantino, President of FIFA, Mr. Bill Gates, heads of delegation, leaders of regional and international organizations, senior officials, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. It is my honor to welcome you to the 32nd Ordinary Summit of the Assembly of the African Union. We warmly welcome to the Assembly the new leaders of the Democratic Republic of Congo, His Excellency Felix Tshisekedi, and of Madagascar, His Excellency André Rajoelina. We congratulate you and the peoples of both your countries for these important transitions. Excellencies, I would like to take this moment to record my debt of gratitude to you for entrusting me with the privilege of leading our organization during this eventful year in service to you and the people of Africa. Our objective was to continue building a stronger and more capable African Union that is able to deliver on the pillars of Agenda 2063 and better represent Africa's interests on the global stage. The steps forward that were achieved reflect the long-standing commitment and aspirations of Africa's leaders and citizens. The Continental Free Trade Area was signed, and now, less 1 year later, it stands only weeks away from entry into force thanks to the accelerating pace of ratification. We commend Guinea-Bissau for signing the instrument during the summit, also Botswana and Zambia, and encourage those signatories who have not yet ratified to do so at the earliest opportunity. Last year, we strengthened our partnerships with other regions, both in substance and tone, and that trend will continue. The relaunched Peace Fund now stands at $89 million, with 50 member states contributing. This demonstrates the force of our collective resolve and ability. We will continue to work with the United Nations. And I wish, on this point, Mr. Secretary General of the United Nations, to thank you for bringing United Nations and African Union in a strong partnership. We want to continue towards sustainable mechanism for funding African-led peace support operations. We commend the recent peace agreement reached among the parties in the Central African Republic and thank the Commission and the member states involved in supporting this process. This accord must be implemented and respected. The agenda for this summit reflects the capacity of our Union to address an increasingly complex range of challenges and priorities. We will continue the specifications for the African passport, which we will consider that which has generated so much excitement among our citizens since it was first presented more than 2 years ago. This is a step forward on the path to full implementation of the Protocol on the Free Movement of Persons, which was also adopted last year. Yesterday, the African Union convened a groundbreaking meeting with our key partners in the field of public health. The current global context requires us to increase domestic funding for the health programs that have made such tremendous difference in the lives of our people over the past 2 decades. I thank the many heads of state and government who contributed to the declaration on this topic, which is to be considered by the Assembly. The future of the global economy is digital. At this summit, we will consider guidelines for a common African approach to digital identity management. The purpose of this initiative is to increase economic inclusivity and trust for our citizens, particularly in the context of growing regional integration. This is only the first step of what must be a consistent and comprehensive effort by the African Union and all member states to prepare for the technologies that are remaking global commerce, especially artificial intelligence, robotics, data mining, and cyber security. We should not fear these changes or attempt to delay them. That would be futile and counterproductive. They are the future engines of productivity and prosperity for our youth. But in order to secure our place, we must face the world as a unified bloc and work closely with other regional organizations and the private sector to ensure that the interests and the rights of Africans in their own data are guaranteed. This urgent task is yet another reason why it was necessary to strengthen the African Union's capabilities. To fulfill our political objectives, we require an organization that is agile, healthy, and effective. What remains is to pass the baton to the next chairperson of the Union none other than my friend and brother, His Excellency Abdul Fattah al-Sisi, President of the Arab Republic of Egypt. With our full and unqualified support, there is no doubt that he will take our union forward decisively to new and greater heights. Excellencies, I would be remiss if I did not particularly single out the comfort, the joy, and support I got from the chair of the African Union Commission and the commissioners working together as a team. They are world class and did everything we needed from them. I wish to thank them, starting with the chairperson. There is another team, the team that supported the process of reforms. Let me say that, Excellencies, in Africa, we have high-quality people for any service you want from any part of our continent. All we need to do is to tap into that talent and be able to move forward with our Africa's agenda. And I also wish to say thank you to them. Once again, I thank all of you, heads of state, leaders in different capacities, and look forward to even more vibrant processes forward with the new chairman. Thank you very much. I now invite the head of delegation of Cameroon, Dean of the African Diplomatic Corps, to announce the Bureau of the Assembly for 2019 and the Chairperson of the African Union for 2020. Cameroon, you may wish to speak from your seat, and you now have the floor.
Excellency, the Chair of the Conference of the African Union, Excellencies, Heads of States and Government, the Chair of the African Union Commission, Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. As it is customary, the incoming Bureau is constituted in the closed session before being made public during the plenary session of our conference. The composition of the Bureau is as a result of the consultations carried out here in Addis Ababa under the leadership of the General Dean of our ambassadors, permanent representatives. For the time being, it is the Ambassador of Cameroon. He consults with his colleagues, the regional deans, the ambassadors of South Africa, Congo, Djibouti, the Arab Sahrawi Democratic Republic, and Mali. We wish to thank them sincerely for their efforts. Excellencies, you will remember that during the January 2018 summit, to form the troika of chairpersons of the Union, you duly elected as President for 2019 His Excellency Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, President of the Arab Republic of Egypt for the North African region. We now have to do the same and to elect the chair of the Union for 2020. After consultations, the Bureau of the Conference for 2019 is constituted as follows. Chairperson, President of the Arab Republic of Egypt, His Excellency Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. First Vice Chair, the President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa for the Southern African region. The second Vice Chairperson, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, His Excellency Felix Antoine Tshisekedi Tshilombo for the Central African region. The third Vice Chairperson, the President of the Niger Republic, His Excellency Mahamudu Issoufou for the West African region. The fourth Vice Chair, who is Rapporteur, President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame. It follows, therefore, that the next Chairperson of the Union for 2020 is the President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa. Excellency, these are the proposals tabled for your consideration.